What's going on, y'all? We better get started in a second. About to send this link out, then we're going to go ahead and get started. Give me 1 second, y'all. All right, bet. What's going on, y'all? So we've been having a great week, great month so far. Going to try to end it on a good note. So we're going to go over the trades and plays we took yesterday in a second. But I just want to go through these charts real quick to see exactly what pairs we're going to be paying attention to today. So yesterday we caught this whole move down. I swear, like this, it's like weird. Like when I go on StreamYard, it's like all my markups I have to adjust. I don't know why that happens when I go on StreamYard. But anyways, me and the members caught this whole US30 move down. We caught this huge NAS drop. Again, I don't know why we have to keep fixing it, but it's all good. We caught this huge NAS drop. I call this in the free Telegram. And then we caught a few other plays. We caught a nice GJ, and then there's a few other ones that only hit a couple TPs. GN hit SL, then immediately went back up. So I could have made the SL a little bit wider, but it's all good. We'll go over those in just a second. So we're about to go through these pairs really quick and see what's going on. So NAS, as soon as it hit the bottom of the zone, it retraced, and now it's chilling on this 4-hour level, which we can see here. It's getting treated as a support level here, and now it's currently being treated as one. So we're going to watch and see how it reacts to this level. But so far, it looks like it's trying to push back up. I could see it coming up to this wall of price right here, this daily zone at around 11,060, 11,050. But we're just going to watch price for now. We're just going to watch price for now. Let's see how it reacts and moves. That low right there, but it is pushing up. So we could possibly look for buys on that, but we're just going to leave that alone for now. Same thing with gold. Gold did a nice drop. It is looking bullish, but it is struggling to make huge new highs due to levels of traffic on the left. So we're going to see how it reacts to this wall of price right here on the 4-hour level. We can clearly see it being treated as a support level and a resistance level. Well, let me zoom in so y'all can see what I'm talking about. We clearly can see it being treated as a support level here. Whoops. There we go. Resistance level here. Resistance level here. So right now, I want to see if it's going to get treated as resistance, or is it going to continue to push up to try to fill up the rest of this imbalance. But right now, it is respected as resistance. But it could fill up this imbalance, so I am going to keep that in mind. So we're just going to watch this and see what it decides to do. But we're going to leave that alone for now. Now, I didn't enter this, but I had this marked up yesterday. But as we can see, all the USD pairs are retracing up. So it is on that 4-hour level. And London session did just start. So we see it chilling on the 4-hour level. So, of course, we're not going to enter anything off this candlestick. We're going to wait for the next 15 before we mess with anything. JPY pairs did a little drop yesterday, but EJ was struggling all day on that 4-hour level. So I could see it coming up to, I can see all the JPY pairs coming up to retest the daily level above, because we do have a huge imbalance on the daily and on the 4-hour time frames. That price could be trying to hunt and fill up. Euro New Zealand just made a new high, but it's retesting this level here. It's currently underneath the daily level. So we're just going to leave that alone to see. Well, let's go on a smaller time frame and see something. So we got a strong wall right here. So we're going to see how it reacts to that wall there. But we're probably going to leave that alone for now. Your AED looking kind of similar. We're going to wait to see if it can break that wall. And if it can, we'll possibly go for a sell setup. There is a wall right here, about like, where's price at? About like 20 pips down that we do have to take note of. But if we can break that level, we can catch a good amount of pips. We can catch about 20 to 50 pips minimum if price can continue to break down. So we're going to keep an eye on Euro AED and see what it's up to. Euro CAD. Euro pairs, well, let me not say Euro pairs, but EJ and Euro CAD have kind of been a little choppy. Looking on the bigger time frames, we can see potentially a downtrend about to begin, but it hasn't really been going anywhere. It's been really respecting this level here, as we can see on the daily time frame. But we can also see that it hasn't made any new highs all week. It's kind of been just slowly going down, but it's been always trickling back up to this daily zone like it is currently. So there is a nice wall right here where we marked off. So if price can break that wall, we could potentially see price drop. But it's really been just stuck in this level of traffic that's underneath it. I think that's the main thing that's been stopping it from making a clear low like the other Canadian pairs, the other Canadian currency pairs. So we are going to have to keep that in mind. But I'm going to keep an eye on that still. But like always, just going to wait for the volume to pick up and wait for price to show me it's ready to do what it's going to do. But we see this USD pair retracing up as well. So we're going to leave that. Caught a nice GJ drop yesterday. We caught, I forgot how many pips we caught. I'll pull up the Telegram in a second. But we hit it to the middle of the zone. As you can see, once it hit the middle of the zone, it retraced back up. So now it's right back to the daily level. So like I said, all the JPY pairs are retracing up. So we're going to wait to see how it reacts to this daily level here. So we're going to leave that alone. But we see it's pushing up. We're going to keep in mind, but we're going to wait to see how it reacts to that level. And we're going to go on the bigger time frames and take a closer look at that stuff as well. We're going to leave GN alone for now. We'll go back to that. Yeah, so GAs. Yeah, they're moving a little similar. Yeah, so we're going to wait and see which side is going to break out of. It's respecting that daily level so far. We have a nice rejection, which is pushing up. So we're just going to wait and see how price reacts to that. GBPJPY is too far for us to do anything with. So we're going to leave that alone. Again, everything was dropping yesterday. Everything's retracing back up. So we're going to see how GC reacts to this daily level here. And then we're going to go from there. But looking on the bigger time frames, we're in a nice little downtrend. And we do have a nice imbalance. It is looking like it's going to try to fill up. So we could see a potential sell setup. But this is a strong support resistance level, as we can see right here. Let me get rid of that. So we're just going to patiently wait and see how price reacts to this level. And then we'll go from there. Because yesterday we had a nice rejection wick after it hit this wall of price. I just dropped a video talking about rejection wicks. Make sure to watch that. I'll link that in a second. But look at this rejection wick here. And then we see a rejection wick all the way from September reacting to the same level. And then we see these candlesticks react to the same level as well. So again, it's not a coincidence. Price did that. But we see all the GP pairs are retracing up at this time. So we're going to let this candlestick do its thing. Got a couple minutes to the next 5. But we're going to continue to go down this list to see exactly what pairs we're going to look at. That's a little too far to do anything with. That's not close enough to do anything with. 80 USDs retracing. Wait, what was I just looking at? Oh, that's New Zealand CAD, my bad. So like I was talking about before, just like Euro CAD, New Zealand CAD, the downtrend is beginning. It's doing a nice retracement. So we're going to wait to see if it can hit this daily level again and then do a nice drop like it did yesterday. Or we're going to wait to see how it hits this daily level down here and then determine if it's going to continue to push down and make a new low. But it is looking like it's about to make a new lower high. So we're just going to let the charts do its thing. As we can see here, failed to make a new high for a few weeks, then did a nice drop for a few days. So it is due for a retracement. So I'm going to wait to look for a sell setup around here, 8600, 8610. and then see if price can continue to drop down. So that's what I'm looking for New Zealand CAD. So I'm gonna let that do its thing for now. 80 USD, looking similar to the other USD pairs. Potential downtrend going to be beginning. It's on this daily level right now, so we're just going to patiently wait. It's above the daily level for now, but we're going to still wait on the next couple candlesticks to see what it's going to do. Just filled up this imbalance here, and it's red right now, so it's on top of this wall right here. As you can see, strong support and resistance level on the smaller time frame. We can see that just going to the left. So we're going to see if it's going to respect that, or if it's going to break back underneath it. So that's what we're waiting on, that right there. But if I'm not mistaken, the USD pairs are retracing up right now. Let's see if they're still doing that, because they're dropping back down. But yeah, we're just going to watch these charts for the next 15, 30 minutes, see what these candlesticks are trying to do. Because London session did just start, and the USD pairs did a huge drop yesterday. We can't ignore that. But yeah, the JPY pairs are pushing up. AJ's kind of been chilling here for the past 3 days. Ever since that big drop, it's kind of just been respecting this daily level. It's built a nice wall right here, so I might just mark this off. I'm gonna mark this wall off right here because it's been respecting this level for a while. So if it breaks that level, we might go for a buy off that. So we're gonna just mark that off right there and see what it does. I want to look for 80 New Zealand buy if it can respect that level. So it's doing a retest and it's breaking this wall again, which is a good sign. Have a nice rejection wick, it's pushing back up. So we might look for a buy off this, but I want to see how it reacts to this wall of price right here before we jump into the buy. But I would like to enter a buy setup on this if it can continue to show me it wants to do so. Stop loss, I'll probably put the stop loss like right there. So that's a full move, would be about a 1 to 3 risk reward, which isn't too bad. And the reason why we're going for a buy off this, or why I'm looking for a buy, is because just like the Euro New Zealand and GN struggling a little bit, but Euro New Zealand's clearly been showing the uptrend's potential beginning. We were catching sales most of this wave down. You can clearly see it's been in a downtrend, but once it hit this level, you can see this is a strong support resistance level here just by looking to the left. You can see how price has been rejecting this level or respecting this level for years. This is 2018. It's been doing the same thing. 2018, 2017. So literally for years, it's been respecting these levels and reacting the same way. Then we see it blew out the previous lows. And if you're ever confused about signs to look for to see if the trend's about to change, I do have a video on YouTube explaining that. But this is what I'm looking at. I want to see price do this. So that's what I'm looking at. And then on the daily, we do have a nice rejection wick. And then 2 days ago on Wednesday, huge imbalance pushing price up, breaking this low, and stopped right at this daily level, which is not a coincidence. So that's what I'm going to be looking for. And price is doing so far. But again, we're going to be waiting at least for the next 15, if not the next 2 15-minute candlesticks before we enter anything. But it is doing a nice job of pushing up. But I want to see how price reacts to that wall above the daily zone. So we're just going to let price do its thing for now. 80 CAD, kind of looking like Euro CAD. Again, a lot of these pairs are starting to downtrend. After hit that level, tried multiple times to make a new high, huge drop. Made a nice little low, retested this level. The past few days, it's closed right at the daily level or underneath it. So it's respecting this as a resistance level currently. But it's also been respecting this wall of price right here, this green line. We can see this all week. Price has not been closing underneath it, but rejecting and closing above it. And then we currently see this daily candlestick and yesterday's daily candlestick. When it hit these levels, it rejected back up. But we see price currently dropping down. So I want to see if it can break that level today. We do have red folder news for the USD and Canadian pairs. Today, I think it's like at 8:30. Now the news on on Wednesday didn't really affect the charts too much, but we're going to see if we see the same effects or if it's going to be some spikes or manipulations in the charts on the markets today. But do want to look for a sell setup on 80 CAD. It already retested it daily, already broke through the wall. I wanted to see it break through. So again, we're going to wait for the next 15. That's about to start in about 2 minutes and see how it reacts to this level and see if price is going to want to try to do a repeat of what it did on Tuesday. But so far it is looking like a nice sell setup, but we're going to wait for the next candlestick to see how price reacts to being underneath this level. So I'm going to mark that off right there. So let's go back to gold real quick. It's reaching as a resistance so far, but it's still respecting that level. Yeah, so we're going to be waiting still. We're not going to be rushing into anything yet. We're just going to be patiently waiting. All right, new 15-digit start. SPX is underneath this level though. It has a nice rejection wick. It looks like it's still trying to push down. So it's right at this wall right here. So we're going to see how it reacts to this wall. We went for a buy, took the loss there, but we made it back up on NAS and US30 as well as GJ. Like we caught a huge amount of pips on those indices. And we're going to go over that in just a second. But we're going to see how price reacts to this wall right here before we jump into anything. So if we can break underneath this wall, we'll go for another sell setup. Now, where do I want to put the stop loss is the question, because it's already filled that imbalance up. So I don't even know if we need to put it that high, to be honest. But there's a nice wall of price right here. I don't want to put the stop loss too high. I think this will be good enough. Where is this at? 38. We'll round it up to 40. Yeah, that should be good enough. All right, so we're going to let the USD pairs do their thing for now. So let's see your AD. Your AD is chilling on that daily level. So we're just going to wait to see which way it decides to break out. And then we're going to go from there. Let me fix that line. What else was we looking at? Yeah, JPY pairs are pushing up. So let's look at some JPY pairs that we can actually have a good entry on. Let's see if GJ broke the daily level yet. No, not yet. It's trying to though. Got a nice rejection wick on this candlestick. So we're still going to patiently wait on GJ. It is on top of this level, which is a good sign. But I still want to wait to see how it reacts to this daily level here before we jump in on anything. NJ's dropping though, but then the Zealand pairs honestly have been doing their own thing this week. They all just been dropping this week, but we're still gonna be looking at those, paying attention. What else? GR30 is back on the daily level too. So we're going to see price back to the daily level on GR30. All right, so it did break this level on the previous candlestick. And we entered some sells here in the past. So it did do a nice drop. It looks like it's going to try to continue to drop. So we might be jumping into some sells in a second. price is on a strong level. Yeah, I like how this is looking. Yeah, I like how these are looking. Yeah, all the indices are trying to drop right now. I like how these are looking. This will be a little bit of a later entry compared to the other days. But I do like how this is looking right here. I won't do a crazy stop loss. This should honestly be good enough for stop loss. So it's retracing up. We can catch a few thousand pips minimum off this. I do like how this is looking. Yeah, the pairs are trying to drop. Yeah, I do like how these are looking. So I'm going to write these up. Yeah, these pairs are trying to drop. Gold just broke that level too. Yeah, so I'm going to be jumping into some things in a second. New 5-minute did just start. So I'm going to post this disclaimer out. So again, it is London session. So it might not hit every TP, but the price is trying to drop, but it's retracing right now. So we're going to let it retrace. That way we'll have a better risk to reward and we'll be able to catch more pips. So we're going to let price do that for right now. But they are showing signs they're trying to drop. So we're going to wait for the next 5-minute or the next 15, depending on how price reacts. But it is on this level of price right here. So yeah, we're going to let it retrace some more. But I do like how these are looking. I like how gold's looking too. Yeah, I'm liking how these are looking. So I'm actually going to pull this up on another screen. I'm going to pull this up on another screen because I want to look at some other pairs too, but I don't want to miss when it's ready to drop. So I'm going to pull this up on another screen. Yeah, so we're going to let that retrace some. So let's go back to these other pairs and see what's going on. You're in New Zealand trying to push back up. Let's go back to New Zealand. All right, so it's right on this wall. So we're going to see if it can break and stay above this level before the next 15. That's what I want to see. And if it can do that, we might enter this. It's got a nice rejection wick, but I want to see it close above it before we enter. That's what I want to see. So GJ is still pumping up. So we're going to still wait until it breaks this wall here. Well, we'll use this wall right here. Yeah, so I'm going to wait. But it's pushing up, so that's a good sign. Let's see what the other JPY pairs. That one's kind of doing its own thing. This one's pushing up as well. This can be a wise entry. This will be like a scalp setup if we do enter this. This will be like a scalp setup. Yeah, so I'm going to be waiting for the next 15 and the next 5 minutes. But we do see a lot of, okay, GBPJPY is moving. Yeah, so these are dropping down. Yeah, so we're about to enter some stuff in a second. Yeah, US30 is dropping down. I like how that's moving. Yeah, so we're about to jump into some stuff. Yeah, I like how these are moving. So I already did a retest of the daily. I already did a retracement, retested this wall right here, then dropped down. Yeah, so I like how this is looking right here. So we do got a wall right there. But I do like how this is looking. It's respecting that wall, but I can't see it break that wall. Then prices on the same wall looks very similar. Yeah, I can see the stuff dropping. So I'm gonna write these up. So new 5-minute did just start. So we're still gonna wait till the way it's looking. We might be waiting till the next 15, but I do like how this is looking, so I am about to write these up. So if I'm quiet, that's because I'm typing some stuff up. Gold's dropping as well. Yeah, so we're gonna see how price reacts to this wall here. And if price shows that it wants to continue to try to drop, we might be entering gold as well. We'll see though. So we entered a sell on this level before. I don't want to put that high. Look to the left. Yeah, this would be good enough. This is gonna be like a scalp setup. So we're gonna see how price reacts to this wall. We can see the wick. We can see how price is reacting. So we're gonna see what the next 15 is looking like. That's 18. Let's say 1801. Yeah, I do like how these are looking though. It's retesting this level, which is fine. It's going to give us a better entry. So we might be able to get our ideal entry, which will be good. Yeah, so I'm going to be waiting for the next 15 on all of these. I like how gold's looking though. Euro AED is still chilling right there. GJ still respecting that. Yeah, so we're still going to be patiently waiting. You see on USD just dropping. So I wonder if the other USD pairs are doing the same thing. Yeah, GU is. Let's see what EU's up to. EU just broke that down. We just missed the entry on that. We might still be able to jump in on this though. Might still be able to jump in on this. Yeah, so we're gonna wait for the next 15. We might be jumping in on these. So I do like how these are looking right here. What else was we looking at? I think we was looking at this. Yeah, so we're still gonna be watching and waiting for the New Zealand pairs. But currency pair wise, looks like the USD pairs are dropping, at least as of now. So we're gonna mark these up. Get some possible decent entries on this. This is the minimum what I'm going for. Yes, the indices are still retracing. So we're gonna see what the next 15 looks like for these indices. Let's look at gold. So gold's breaking the level. So we're gonna see what the next 15 looks like. For gold, it's about to start in 1 minute. So we're gonna see if it's gonna continue to dump or it's gonna do a retest, because it already did a nice retest this 4-hour level. This is the first time it's broken underneath it though. Hit this wall, reacted to that wall a little bit, it's trying to break it. So I do kind of like how gold's looking. So yeah, we might jump in on this. I like how gold's looking. Yeah, we might jump in on this. I like how this is looking. Now will it go all the way on its own? No, but I can see it. Since I respected this wall retest and continue to break through it, I can see price dropping some more. So I'm gonna jump in on this. Yeah, I'm gonna jump in on this. So I'm gonna write the TPs and stuff in the chat in a second. But GBPJPY, yeah, I like how all these are looking right here. So we're about to go for these. So that's what we're about to do. That's what we're about to do. Yeah, gold's trying to drop. So I'm posting the TPs right now. SL is going to be 1801. I'll type the TPs right now. But we might be jumping in these indices in a second as well. I'm looking at this more like a scalp setup though. I don't know if it's going to continue to drop all the way into New York, but as of now, I can see it going to attempt to try to break through some of these walls right here. So that's what we're about to go for. 94. Yeah, so give me 1 second. Looking at a lot of charts right now. That's why I'm quiet. But I like how all these are looking. So give me 1 second. I like GBPJPY too. So we're about to enter GBPJPY as well. So I'm in GBPJPY. Because GBPJPY is dropping. So I'm about to get in GBPJPY as well. I like how this is looking. Yeah, so I want to see if we can break that wall right there. So this is going to be a members only play. But I'm about to type the TPs in the chat. We're about to hit the first TP on GBPJPY already. And I'm about to type the TPs for gold, like I said. It's just, okay, so first TP just got hit. 13.910. Yeah, 13.910. We're going to look at these other indices in a second as well. There's a lot of stuff moving right now. I just want to make sure, I don't miss anything. So GJ rejected that level, which is interesting. So we might look for another sell on this, the way it's looking. That's dropping down as well. That's still chilling. Yeah, still gonna wait for everything else. We're just gonna ride these out for now. I think it hit the first TP on gold, but I just didn't write it down. So give me 1 second. So the first TP for gold did get hit. I just didn't mark it down. So that was my fault. But give me 1 second. I'm about to write this stuff down right now. 217. 550. 2217. 450. Yeah, so we're gonna let these ride out. And we're gonna look at these other pairs. This finally did a big drop. So I like how the Canadian pairs are looking too. GC's reacting to that. Yeah, so GJ is dropping down. So this is tempting for another sell setup too. VAD still chilling. Yeah, so USD pairs were tracing up, but they did do a nice drop, and the Canadian pairs look like they're trying to drop. So we might be jumping into some Canadian pairs. I kind of like how these are looking. Yeah, so we're gonna let these run and do their thing. And then we're going to wait for the next 15 to see what GJ is going to do. Because it touched the daily, broke back, rejected. Then the next 15 is underneath here, attempting to push down. So we're going to see if price is going to repeat yesterday and finish the move from yesterday, or if we're going to see something else go down. It was kind of looking like yesterday how things were very choppy in the beginning for the first hour of London. So we got about 3 minutes to the next 15. But we're going to patiently wait before we jump into anything else. Yeah, the JPY pairs are pumping back up. So I want to mess with the JPY pairs, so I'm going to wait for those. I'm still watching the New Zealand pairs. Let me see what AN's up to. So AN's dropping back down. GN's dropping back down. This is dropping back down as well. So I could see a retrace down to the 4-hour level right here. I could see that happening. Because it already broke above this level here, hit a wall of price. Same height and same wall it hit yesterday. It's dropping back down. Then it just broke underneath the daily level. Did retested the daily and then dropped back down again. So I could see a head towards the 4-hour level minimum. Could see that happening. Yeah, we're going to be waiting. So we got a new 15 by to start in about a couple minutes. I want to see what the JPY pairs are going to do. That's what I want to see. Gonna be keeping an eye on these. Now we missed like a good entry on the Canadian pairs though. Kind of annoying there. All right, this thing finally decided to break that wall. We just missed that entry. Let me see what you cast. A new 15-day just start. I might jump in on this one. Euro 30 is still trying. Still gonna hold that one. We're gonna see if we can break down. I do like how AUD CAD is looking. Other Canadian pairs, we missed the entry by like a candlestick. But AUD CAD looks like it's about to follow suit as well, so we might jump in on this one in a second. Because the downtrend is about to begin on this. I do like how this is looking. Yeah, so Euro 30 is about to reattempt. Let's see what the USD indices are up to. They're on red candlesticks as well. Euro USD looks like it's about to try to drop as well. Yes, I like how Euro USD and AUD CAD are looking. I like how these are looking right here. It's looking a little bit different from the other pairs, but I can see the downtrend beginning. Did break this wall right here. So now we're going to see if we can break this wall right there. So I like how this is looking, so we might jump in on this as well. It's about to reattempt to try to break that level. Stop loss 0670. So this will be about like a 70 pip stop loss. So let me write this up too, because I kind of like how this is looking as well. So SL for this, I'm looking at 0670. Yeah, we're about to enter this. So riding the TP's up right now. I'm gonna mark off the first TP. 0.05. We're going to see if we can break that wall. It is attempting to. Let's go back to GBPJPY. GBPJPY and gold are re-attempting. So the first TP for gold, I'm going to mark that off again. 1795. So we're going to see if we can break these levels. Then we're going to go from there. Let's go back to GJ. So GJ is looking like a possible sell setup again, because this is where we entered the sell yesterday. This is looking like a possible sell setup. Might be worthwhile to specify that I've discovered that price is very different today between different brokers. My broker's usually pretty big all years, but today it's like 5 different. Some of the other friends. Yeah, sometimes, yeah, that does happen sometimes. Like usually when I'm on OA, especially with the creating gold and then SPX, they're exactly on par with my broker. Maybe sometimes a couple hundred pips off, a couple dollars off. But like the indices, a lot of times they'll be like $10 off, sometimes $20 off. So it really just varies by the day. But that's not shocking, to be honest. But, every day is a little bit different. Same thing with oil. Sometimes oil is exactly the same price as my broker. Sometimes it's like a few cents off, a couple dollars off. So it does vary. But like I said, we do have the holidays popping out. Like Christmas is in like 2 days, so it makes sense. And this week's been very choppy compared to the last couple of weeks going into going into this month of December. So things are very choppy. That's why I'm kind of being a little bit more hesitant with entering trades and being a little bit more patient, because especially like we saw yesterday, or was it no Wednesday, price was very choppy. Like this week, price has been very choppy the first hour of London. We've still been able to catch some moves going into London, but a lot of we've noticed a lot of the pairs that usually move pretty smooth the first hour have not been doing that. So that's why I'm like kind of being a little bit more patient, especially because we just had a huge day yesterday. Well, we had some big wins all week. Besides Wednesday. Wednesday was our kind of only off day, but we made that back up yesterday. So that's why I'm being a little bit more hesitant entering trades, because again, I want high probability setups, and then of course on top of that, I want to end this week on a good note. I'm not trying to take out too much of our wins, so we're just going to be patiently waiting on these other pairs to do their things. And we literally see them in real time, like ranging back and forth as well. These pairs are kind of just chilling, so we want to stay out of these for now until volume picks up, because they're very choppy. Like it keeps respecting this level here. GBPJPY keeps trying, but it's definitely struggling to break this wall right here. That's a fact. But it did a nice drop with the other indices yesterday. Did a nice retracement to the strong support resistance level and a nice drop. So this would have been a nice entry here or even here. But we're going to see what price decides to do going into London and New York. But we do have red folder news for both the Canadian pairs and the USD pairs right into the open of New York. So we do got to keep that in mind. And we already know the USD pairs, whenever the news goes off, it affects a lot of the pairs. Like affects like the JPY pairs. Of course, affects some of the Euro pairs. So as for everything else, just going to be patiently waiting. But I do see a lot of pairs doing some retracements. But Euro AUD looks like it's finally doing what I was waiting for it to do. So we're going to wait for the next 15. And if it can break underneath this level, we might enter this as well. The New Zealand pairs are struggling for now to do what I want to see them do. Now I want to enter the next buy setup, but currently it's underneath this level here. It's already did a huge drop. Filled up this imbalance here. It's doing a huge drop. So it looks like we might be seeing a sell to the 4-hour level, right where this imbalance is. I wouldn't be surprised if I do see that the way things are looking right now. But on the bigger time frames, I want to wait to see price. I want to see price what you call it. Did a nice retest here. So I want to see price continue to push up. But we might see price retrace right here, then push up. And that's what it looks like it's trying to do, because all the New Zealand pairs are dropping right now. And it's still just breaking underneath the wall and it's doing a retest. So we're just going to wait and see what the next 15 decides to do. Yeah, but we're just going to show these pairs. But it looks like USD pairs are struggling to break these walls right here. Which is a little annoying. But we're still going to hold to SRTP. So we're going to be holding off on entering anything else. We're just going to wait for the setups to come. Like I want to look for a sell right here. I'm going to be watching the New Zealand pairs still. But all the other pairs, besides the JPY and the New Zealand, I think I'm going to stay out of them for now. Because they're very choppy right now. They did that nice big move. GA is looking like a nice setup too. Yeah, I think it's definitely struggling to break that level. But we want to see if it can do it when volume picks up. Definitely want to see it hit some TPs before the news comes out. So we want to see if price can do that. Yeah, but everything else we're just going to be waiting till later into London or closer to New York to mess with an enter. I can see GJ doing another drop. This is a strong support level. Strong support turns to strong resistance. Already retested the level and rejected. Whoops, not the 3-hour. Got the wrong wallet price that got built earlier this week. Yeah, so I can see possibly a sell on this. So we're going to see what the next 15 looks like on this. Your AD respecting that wall. Yeah, they're trying. It's just struggling to break that first wall like it did the other two candlesticks. We do have an imbalance it could try to hunt out before dropping as well. And experience does this ranging market, excuse me. In your experience, does this ranging market continue through the first week of January? It honestly depends, honestly. It just depends. Because the first week of January, we got the New Year's. Things are going to be opening back up. Most things are going to be closed on that day. So honestly, it depends. But I wouldn't be surprised if the first week's going to be still choppy. But we just have to see what happens when the market's open, honestly. Yeah, but it looks like the JPY pairs are dropping again. At least GJ is. So we see price trying. Price is definitely trying, but it's definitely struggling right now. Yeah, so all the other USD pairs, we're going to stay out of them for now because they are ranging and definitely struggling to try to make new lows. GJ is tempting for entry though, not going to lie. Let me see your AD. Your AD is back at this level. So I want to see if we can break that level because as we see the last candlestick hit that level, reject it back off of it. All right, appreciate that. You do the same. You do the same. Yeah, price is definitely struggling right here. Yeah, so we're going to stay away from the other USD pairs for now. Yeah, so I'm still going to hold this to SOTP gets hit, but they are currently struggling to break that wall and retracing back up. So that's something to notate. And this one took off. So this retested the daily, rejected back down. So we could jump in on this as well. Yeah, like how this is looking too. Clear lows. This looks like a lower high. Yeah, so I might jump in on this. I like how this is looking. Yes, so I'm still going to be waiting for New Zealand pairs, see if they can push back up. I want to look for a buy setup on this, so I'm going to wait to see if it can do that for me. GBPJPY, I kind of like how this is looking. It did do that nice drop down. I wonder if the other CHF pairs are doing the same thing. But I personally like how GBPCHF is looking, so we might jump in on that. Yeah, that's dropping down as well. Euro USD is still trying. Yeah, I like how this is looking right here, though. So I might write that up. Yeah, but for the other end of the season stuff, we're just going to stay out of those now. Price push back up on that. Yeah, so I'm going to stay out of the other ones for now. Euro USD is trying, though. Yeah, so I'm going to be waiting on 80 New Zealand to see if we can go for a buy on that. So I'm going to watch the JPY pairs. Looking like a sell setup again, though. At least GJ is. GJ is kind of tempting me for a sell setup. Then I like how GPCHF's looking. Is at this wall of price right here, though. And last time price hit this level, that's when the retest happened. But I already retested the daily and rejected it. So I can't see price break through this wall. I want to see if we can break these lows or hit the daily time frame at the bottom of the zone. But so far, price is respecting this wall, but I can't see it breaking that wall. But yeah, I'm going to chill out on everything else. Just going to be watching the charts. Just going to be watching the charts. There were a few pairs we could have jumped in on, but we missed them. It's a little unfortunate. But we're going to worry about some pairs we can jump in on. But yeah, next quarter, though, should pick back up. I don't know exactly when, but it should be picking back up next quarter because this is usually the slow quarter with all the holidays in place. We definitely saw it being definitely very slow in November. Like November, we didn't even trade any indices. But the fact that we're able to catch some huge moves on the indices this month is a good sign. But again, we did do a huge drop yesterday, so it makes sense why price is retracing a little bit more. I was trying to see if it could slow and drop down, but we could see retrace back up a little bit more, possibly to that daily level there. Because we did move on NAS and US30. We got 47,500 pips. This was that NAS drop right there. And then US30, we got 81,000 pips. So that's a lot of money that we caught, but also a lot of money, a lot of dollars that it dropped as well. That's like $800 or $8,000, one of the two for US30, and then 4,000 or something, or $400 for NAS. So that was a huge drop. And as you can see, as soon as it hit that drop, hit this body price, retrace back up. See NAS hit the bottom of the zone. As soon as it hit the bottom of the zone, retrace back up. So it makes sense. We could see possibly trace back up to the daily level. So if it hits stop loss, I see it coming up to the daily level. So we could try to make up for it on that buy setup to the daily level. But I want to see if it will drop down. We do have a wall right here. So we're going to see if price can do that. Because we saw it was definitely trying to drop down. And it still is respecting this level. But it definitely is doing some retracements right now. But gold is attempting as well. So it's definitely trying to continue the downtrend that we see it is on or beginning on the bigger time frames. But we're just waiting for volume to pick up and for it to try to break these walls, because that's what it's struggling with. It hit this wall right here, then retrace back up. And this is the first TP. As soon as it hit the first TP, retrace back up. But we see gold attempting to drop down. And we see GBPJPY respecting this level, so it is attempting to do so. So we're just going to hold and see if it can do so. And we're about to hit the first TP for Euro USD. So there's that as well. Yeah, and then GJ is retracing back up still. So literally we see everything ranging. It's not a lot of volume / they want price to kind of chill where it's at for a little bit. Either or, but we do see a lot of pairs ranging. But we just, did we hit TP1? Let me see if we hit TP1 on this. Let me pull up my no, we missed about like a pip. So we're gonna see if we can hit it before the next 5 minutes, or at least in this 15. But that is a good sign. So again, price is showing that it's trying to drop down. So we're gonna see if it can do so. GJ retesting this level. So we're gonna see how it reacts to this level right here. What's a support level? But we can see here multiple times it's being treated as resistance. We see it right here, can treat it as resistance. So we're gonna see if it's gonna treat this level as resistance. But honestly, things are just ranging right now. We're just going to be patiently waiting off that. 80 New Zealand's pushing up. So I want to see if it can break this level before the next 15. So I do want to look for a buy for that. Let's go back to EA. EA just ripped through that. So that is a good sign right there. It did just rip through that level. Yeah, so we might be jumping on this the next 15 as well. So the SL is going to be 59.15. So I'm going to go ahead and write this up. So it's going to be about 75 pips stop loss. Yeah, so this was a good sign. Did break that level finally. So we're going to wait the next 15, which is in about 5 minutes. And if it can stay underneath this level and show that wants to continue to drop down, we might want to sell for that. Then we barely missed TP1 on this. So y'all should be blue on Euro USD. Goals reattempting. Yeah, so we're going to see what these next 15s look like on Euro 30 and gold. Then we're going to see if Euro AED can stay on this level because it's about to hit this wall right here. And this is a strong wall of price. And looking at this wick, again, I just shot the video talking about these wicks. Look at this wick here. Look at this wall of price. Look at the current wick right here. Not a coincidence. So I'm about to get off here. I'm still going on the charts, but before I leave, let me go ahead and drop that video in the link because that video is going to help you out a lot with back testing as well. And you'll be able to find some good entries using this strategy as well. I went over this in the Zoom recording I dropped for the members yesterday. That video, that recording I dropped yesterday, I went over that a little bit as well, but I made this into a video right there. So let me go ahead and not entires. I can't even spell entries down. Oops. Give me 1 second. Paste. All right, so make sure to watch this video after I end this stream. I'm about to end it in a second. Just dropped this video yesterday. This video is going to help you out, and this was just a little bit of a preview of what that video is going to pertain. Literally, we see this wick right here, reacted to this wall, why rejected up. That thing shot up a crazy amount. Then we literally see price in real time hit the same level, and it's rejecting up again. Not a coincidence. And there's wicks on every time frame. So let's get rid of that. There's wicks on every time frame. So the bigger the time frame, of course, the bigger the candlesticks, the more pips you can catch. But let's do this wick right here and see what we find. So off rip, we can see this wick right here. Look how many times price reacted to this. So we just found the support level and resistance level on a smaller time frame. Then we see how price is reacting to this level here. These wicks down, rejecting it, also treating it as support level. Price on the same level exploded up. But we're about to see what this 15 is looking like. That's about to start in about a couple minutes. Oops. Yeah, so we're still going to hold. They are definitely trying to drop down, as we can see. Definitely trying. It's actually trying to do a dump right before the next 15, which is interesting. So yeah, we're about to see if we can catch some pips off these trades right here. Euro USD we missed TP1 by like 1 pip. Now it's back at our entry. AED is closing underneath this level, which is a good sign. So I do like how that's looking right there. This is still chilling at this wall of price. It literally hasn't gone anywhere. But it could try to break. It is trying to break it because it did do a retest and see a rejection wick. So we could see price break that level and possibly break these lows. But this literally took 2 days to do this right here. This piece to drop down like 100 pips, and then it came back up the next day. But we see price trying to break it right now. So we could enter this as well. I do like how this is looking. It is trying to drop. So we could enter this as well. But let's go back to your AED. So I think it literally rejected right back to where these wicks rejected at. And it literally closed right here at this level. Can't tell me that's a coincidence, y'all. Can't tell me that's a coincidence. And now it's retesting that level. So we're about to see how that reacts, how price reacts to that level there. Whoops, wrong one. So GBPJPY and gold are struggling, but we see GBPJPY reattempting to drop down. We'll see if Euro USD can do the same thing, but it looks like it's kind of following gold's lead right now. But we're still holding to SL or TP gets hit. All right, just like the disclaimer, I always post in the free Telegram, first link description. You need to calculate your lot sizes. All right, no matter what you're trading, whether it's an indice, currency pair, gold, doesn't matter if it's 100 pip stop loss, 1,000 pip, 10,000 pip stop loss. First of all, if you can't handle the bigger indices, I don't recommend trading them. Like, you need to, if you have a $100 account, you should not be trading US30 NAS or GBPJPY. That's just, it just is what it is. You should not trade those, period. But you need to calculate your lot size and risk the same percentage each trade. Yeah, so this is trying to drop down. So I like how this is looking. So we might jump in on this as well. We're going to wait though. It is trying to drop down though. But this is a strong wall of price. I do like how it's looking though. All right, so we just hit TP1 again for GBPJPY. Just hit TP1 again for GBPJPY. Again, this was a members only play, but if you're in the live stream, again, stop loss I have. What did I put for stop loss? I put, well, I can fix it. So you can put 1410, 1420, but I kept the original stop loss from the previous days when I sent the signal out. But I'm looking at this stop loss right here, which is 1410. But we're currently back at TP1 for GBPJPY. Hit again is rejecting. So we're going to see if we can hit TP2 off that. Gold still respecting this wall right here. That's retracing back up. Let's see what your AED is up to. Your AED is trying to drop down. Yeah, still gonna be patiently waiting for 80 New Zealand because it's right back at the daily level. So we're gonna wait to see if it can break that wall, and then if it can, we're gonna jump in the buy on that. Can you check USD CHF? Yeah, I got you. So we went for a selfish. We only hit TP. That thing reject. Like I went over this in the live stream yesterday. Bearish, but every time I hit this level, it rejected, and that's what happened yesterday. We hit the first TP yesterday, and then it rejected back up. So as of now, we can wait for a retest around 9,300, 9,305-ish range, and then possibly, depending on how it reacts to that level, could see a possible buy up to around 9,340, 9,350. So that's what I'm seeing right now off that. But it depends if it respects that level. If it breaks back underneath, we could see a drop back down, because we can see right here on the 4-hour level, this is a strong support resistance level. And then even if we go on a smaller time frame, we'll be able to see that a lot more clearly. How price reacted to this level. Nice wall here. Respected this level for hours as a resistance. Huge rejection down when it hit this level here. Then when price hit this level, strong support, harsh rejection down, harsh rejection down. Then even when it broke through this level, had to do some retest. Well, let me zoom in because I don't know if y'all can see that good. Because I have a big monitor in my face, so I don't know if y'all can see that good on the stream. So let me zoom in for you. Even when breaking this level, had to do a retest. We see the rejection was before it exploded back up. So there is a strong wall of price here, and it's currently on a strong wall here. But entry-wise, I like to at least wait. We say like right here. Between this price range and this price range for entry. So is that a decent place for entry? So you can either try to see how price reacts there or there for a buy setup. But for now, I'm just going to leave that alone. But that's what I'm looking at. That's why I see as of now for USD CHF. Yeah, so that thing dropped, hit the same level last time. It's rejecting back up. Yeah, so the indices are definitely ranging right now. Yeah, so your AD, I like how that's looking, so I might jump in on this as well. This looks like it's going to try to break that level. So I like how GC's looking. I like how your AD is looking. So I like how your AD is looking and GPCHF. It did break through that level. So give me 1 second. Yeah, but we see how it's reacting to that wall. But it is attempting to break that. So we want to see if it can do so. SL for this, I'm looking at 12. Let me say 12.95. This is about an 80, 85 pip stop loss. TP3, 100. Yeah, my bad, I'm quiet. I'm just looking at. I have two screens up right now. I'm looking at a bunch of stuff because there's a bunch of pairs at levels I like to keep an eye on. So I'm just watching all the pairs right now. Because as you can see, price is very choppy so far. It might pick up going into New York though. But we're just gonna have to wait and see. Yes, I like how these are looking right here. I like how your AD is looking too. Yeah, so we might be jumping in on these right here. All right, so I'm gonna be waiting for the next 15 on these. Going to the next 15 on these. AN still chilling on that level there. GN still doing what it's doing. Yeah, so let's see what the next 15 looks like for these right here. Then we're going to go from there. So we hit TP1 twice on GBPJPY, so we caught about, we entered at 25 and TP1 was 20. So we caught about, what you call it, 500 pips off that one so far. We barely missed the TP1 for Euro USD. Gold, we hit TP1 once and then immediately rejected off that level, but it's still respecting this level. We see rejection work, so yeah, we're just gonna have to wait and see what happens when volume picks up. It did do a nice candlestick drop on both those pairs, which is why I entered them, but immediately after that, I went into ranging. So we're gonna see if it can end up going our way, or if we got trapped in a what you call it. Yeah, so we're gonna wait. This is definitely trying to drop, but it keeps reacting to this wall right here. Again, going back to the wicks, same level. It's reacting to that wall, but it is definitely trying to drop down. Same thing with GC. It's definitely trying to break that wall there. So we're going to wait to see what the next 15 looks like and see if price can do that. AN just broke this level, which is what I was waiting for. So we might be jumping in on this as well. So let me go ahead and write this up. So we're going to see what the next 15 looks like for AN. But it did do what I was waiting for it to do, which is a good sign. Yes, I didn't see, like, usually in the live streams we'll be into like maybe 2 or 3 trades, between 2 to 3 on average on the live stream. We're kind of in that right now, but usually it would be, volume is, just look at last week or 2 weeks ago. You can definitely see the volume difference. 6, 5. SL. We'll do a tight SL. Nothing too crazy, just underneath this level here. So it's going to be, let me say 0630. Do like how that's looking though. So I'm going to be watching Euro AUD and AUD New Zealand. I'm still looking at the JPY pairs. But for now, they're still choppy. And this is still on this wall right here, but it is attempting to break it. So we might enter that as well. So I'm looking at GC. I'm looking at Euro AUD. Then I'm looking at AUD New Zealand. AUD New Zealand finally did what I was looking for. So we're going to see how it reacts to this wall right here that is hitting. And then we're going to see what the next 15 looks like. So we got about a minute until the next 15. So we're going to see what that does. Gold is reattempting to drop down. So is GBPJPY. But again, you see it's choppy. So when a TP gets hit, you see in the disclaimer, like I always post a disclaimer in the free Telegram, how the TPs, I don't want to show y'all that. I have this written up just in case I do enter it. So let me take that off there because I don't want anyone to jump in on that before I post it. Yeah, but I can see price retracing up some more because it did do, like I said, it did do a huge drop, left some imbalances to get filled up, and it is Friday, so could try to do that. And we do have some news, but I want to see if we can hit some more TPs. But new 15 did just start. But like I was saying, there we go. When TP gets hit, it's either going to reject or break through, which is why both with gold and with GBPJPY, when it hit the first TP, thing rejected immediately. Same thing with GBPJPY, when it hit TP1 twice, and both times it hit TP1, what happened? Price rejected. So that does happen, and we see how price is choppy right now. So again, when TP gets hit, do not let your screen turn red, especially if you're not confident that price can or will continue to go that direction. You get what I'm saying? So it's doing a retest. So we want to see how it reacts to this level here. I want to see if it gets treated as a support level. We see in the past it was getting treated like a resistance right here. So I want to see if price will treat this as a support level and then push up and see if we can hit some of these levels. So that's what I'm going to be waiting on. So I'm going to be watching this right here. Euro AD looks like it is attempting to drop down. So yeah, we might jump into this because it looks like it's going for around around 3. We're trying to break that level. So I do like how this is looking. So let me go ahead and write this up. I do like how this is looking right here. Got a nice wall of price right here. That's going to have to break. And this is a strong wall, so it could reject when it hits this wall as well. So that is something we do have to keep in mind. But I do like how it's looking right here. So I'm about to write this up. But yeah, price is definitely choppy right now. There's some strong levels it's going to have to try to break. It's definitely trying though. Let's go back to GC. GC did a retracement. So I wonder if all the GBP pairs are pushing up. GJ is still doing that. So let's go back to AN. Yes, we want to keep an eye on AN. Yeah, gold's struggling to break that wall, but it is trying to. Yeah, so let's see what goes on, what happens going into New York. All other USD pairs I'm staying out of. We're just going to be in these right here. We're just going to be in Euro USD, gold, and GBPJPY. Gold and Euro USD are definitely trying. GBPJPY hit TP1 twice. It's still respecting this wall underneath the daily level, which is a good sign. But each time it hits this wall here, it's rejecting. So it is a little bit concerning to see if the other TPs can get hit. Your AED is still struggling to break this wall and break past this wick right here, but it's trying. So we might be jumping in on this in a second. GC rejected that level after he tried multiple times, which is why I wanted to wait for the next 15, because now we can get one, a better entry if it does decide to go back down, and then two, we're not in drawdown right now off that trade. This is respecting the level so far, but I want to see it push up a little bit before I decide to enter a buy off that. Euro USD is going for around 3. Gold's going for around 3 as well. Yes, we're going to let these do their thing for now. Let me just see what these other pairs are up to out of curiosity. But yeah, I'm only paying attention to really, I got my eyes and my attention on GC, GPCHF, Euro AED, and then AED New Zealand. But I'm just looking at other pairs right now, just out of curiosity to see what's going on. Yeah, so I'm gonna be watching AJ too. I want to see how it reacts to this level here, because it built a nice wall right there. So I want to see how price reacts to that wall. Broke it yesterday, but rejected back down. We do have this huge imbalance that's going to have to get filled eventually. And it could potentially get filled today. Because we see after the news on Tuesday, after the news, it retraced, hit the 4-hour level, like it literally tapped the 4-hour level, and then it closed up right above this daily level right here. Let me bold this up for y'all so you can see. Then it literally closed right above this daily level here. Same thing what happened on Wednesday. Same thing happened yesterday. And same thing currently happening today. Then we got this nice wall of price right here. So I want to see how price reacts to this right here, to this wall of price right here. So that's why I'm watching on AJ. Same thing with GJ. Still watching this to see what it's trying to do. But I'm not interested in those as now. Still waiting on AMC. Yeah, and this is definitely struggling to break that level. But the fact that it stayed under here for so long is a good sign. But those wicks are also telling as well. It's got a huge level of traffic. That's also why it's struggling to break through it. It's not impossible. Then we also have a huge imbalance. We want to see it filled up. Looks like it already hit the 50. Looks like I already hit the 50 off this imbalance. Yeah, it already hit the 50. So it's going to be interesting to see what it decides to do. Let's go back to GC and see what that's up to. Yep. Yeah, so this is struggling to break this wall. So all the USD pairs are attempting to break the walls underneath it, but they keep on respecting those walls. That's what we keep seeing with the USD pairs. But they are showing they're trying to continue to drop. So we're just going to hold to SL where TP gets hit. So this is about to hit TP1 for the third time. So we're going to see how it reacts to hitting TP1 for the third time, because literally about 200 pips off from hitting TP1 again. So out of curiosity, let me see what the other indices are looking like. Yeah, so it's very interesting what these are doing. But we're staying at all the other USD pairs till further notice, till volume picks up and we see some real candlesticks. I mean, these are real candlesticks. Why does it keep doing that? These are real candlesticks, but I want to see some volume in the candlesticks. And so far, it's just choppiness, but it is showing that it is attempting to drop, at least trying to. So we're going to see if it can. We just hit TP1 again. So we're going to see how it reacts to hitting TP1 again. And then we're going to go from there. So zooming back in, it's still respecting this wall underneath the daily level, but it's definitely struggling to break past this wick right here and break past this wall of price right here. You can see this wall of price right here is definitely respecting that level and struggling to break it. So I'm gonna keep an eye on the chart still, see what they do. But I'm mainly gonna be paying attention to EA, AD New Zealand. I'm gonna be watching the JPY pairs still and the USD pairs, but I'm not entering anything else until volume shows us trying to do something. So we're gonna wait to see what GJ does here. But yeah, everything else we're going to stay out of for now. We see this is a strong wallet price right here. So we could see price reject this level, but I want to see if it's going to reject it or break through it. Yeah, I think it's struggling to break that wall. So it hit TB3 three times. And it keeps reacting the same way to that. Yeah, so we're going to be just chilling right now. We're just going to be holding the trades we're currently in. Got a few other trades that I'm waiting for confirmations before I enter them. But everything else, we're just going to be staying out of until further notice. Make sure to watch that video that I linked into the chat. Just dropped that yesterday. Make sure to check that out. And yeah, so this is right back on the daily level. So we want to see what the next 15 looks like. That's about to pop up in about 4 minutes, 3 minutes. Other than that, yeah, we're just going to be waiting. But yeah, as we can see in real time, price is definitely very choppy right now. It's probably going to pick up in the next couple hours. I can see it picking up around 6 o'clock, between 6 o'clock when New York starts. But yeah, we're just going to be chilling on everything else. But again, since we see price acting the way it's acting, do not get greedy when a TP gets hit. Make sure to secure profits. Let's end this week on a good note. Okay, let's not cancel out too much of the profits from yesterday and the rest of this week. We only lost either 2 or 3 trades out of I think like 18 or 20 trades, which isn't too bad. Let me see. Posted it in here. Let me see. Yeah, so we're currently 15-2 for the week. We lost the trade yesterday and I think on Wednesday, but we're currently 15-2 for the week. So let's keep that positive win streak and make sure that we're not taking out too much of the profits before the holidays. But yeah, we're going to be chilling on everything else for now. So make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok at the bottom. It's still banned, but I do have a backup TikTok. I'm pretty sure it's spelled the same as my main TikTok. Let me double check. No, so my backup TikTok is the playbook. I'm gonna type it in the chat. It's the playbook. So follow me on this one. I figured out why they keep banning me, so I'm not gonna post that type of stuff no more. Because they don't like to see you post anything. Like they don't want to see you post anything from MT4 or Telegram, or they'll ban you. So I've been banned for like 2 weeks. I got unbanned, and then literally the day I got unbanned, I got banned again off a story I posted of showing like some trades I was in off MT4. So they don't like none of that stuff. So make sure to follow me on TikTok and follow me on Instagram as well. Playmaker_way, same spelling as the YouTube. Make sure to join that free Telegram, first link in the description. We're going to be back at it next week, and we're going to see how next week's looking volume-wise. But it's going to be a new quarter. Well, the new quarter won't be starting next week. It'll be starting in the middle of next week, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so it'll be starting in the middle of next week. But as we see, next week's going to be a bunch of holidays. So we're going to be on the chart still, seeing what's going on. But yeah, of all these holidays, we're going to be probably not entering too much until the next year. But we're going to see what happens. I'm still going to be on the charts, but yeah, we can see off rip. And from today, volume is going to be definitely choppy and slow going into the next quarter. So do keep that in mind, especially if you're taking your own trades or on the charts. New 15 did just start. So we're about to see what these trades talking about. So this went right back to the wall here and it's turning red currently. I want to see it drop a little more before we enter that though. Your AED is looking red as well. So will this be the candlestick that's going to break these levels? We'll see, but so far, I'm just going to watch this still. This is reattempting to break through that level. GBPJPY is breaking, I mean not GBPJPY, GJ. Yeah, so I'm patient with it. This is trying to break. The fact that it keeps doing this makes me want to enter this. Yeah, we might enter this because it's definitely trying to break that level there. Let me go on a different time frame and see something. Some strong wall of price right there. My thing is, the only thing about this, it could reverse going into New York and make a new high. That's the only thing. Because looking at the bigger time frame, it is bullish. And did hit the 50 here. It could potentially hit the 50 again. But it's got a strong level of traffic underneath. And on the bigger time frames, it is looking bullish. So that's the only thing with that one. Yeah, but price is extremely choppy. So we're just going to be chilling in the trades we're in for now. I'm going to be on the chart still, but I'm probably not going to enter anything until closer to New York or after that news pops off, to be honest. Yeah, I'm still in the charts, but I'm mainly going to be watching to see what's going down. This thing is definitely trying. This one is definitely tempting to enter, not gonna lie. Yeah, but I'm gonna see y'all next week. Yeah, so we're gonna see what next week's looking like. We're gonna be on stream still, but we can see literally bank holiday after bank holiday, all on that Monday, right after like it's like just a bunch of holidays. So we're gonna be still looking at the pairs, see if we can find anything. But if things are just choppy like it is here, we're either gonna be trying to look for scalp setups or we're just gonna stay off the charts until the next year. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, so we're just gonna be chilling for right now.